I actually have a guest who's in London, England, who I Skyped into this conversation with me, and he is a YouTube guy on the rise. And this is the gentleman who started a YouTube channel in March of this year called Top Tens. And basically, it's a top 10 list that, well, you explain it, Charlie. You're the man, the myth, the legend behind it. Tell everybody about Top Tens. And what is it, 1 in the morning right now in England?
It's just gone midnight.
Oh, really? Okay, so you're 8 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
Wow, it sounds amazing, though, to Skype you in. It's like we're doing the show together, huh?
Yeah, it's great.
So tell us about how this started, and you've already got 45,000 subscribers since March of this year, so you're onto something big, but go ahead.
Well, I actually started the channel as a conspiracy theory channel, and I just made the first video in a top 10 format, and from that I kind of preferred the format, so I just kept with top 10s, and I found that was kind of a successful kind of format almost for the videos.
But you have a certain style with your top 10s, though.
Yeah, well, I firstly started been experimenting quite a lot recently, in fact. And I firstly started doing text over all of them, which was quite unique because most people do kind of voiceovers. But I did text, and basically what I've kind of changed to now is voiceovers and text to suit, both needs.
Right, but your top 10s are a certain type of top 10.
Oh, you mean, yeah, so I basically make kind of creepy, mysterious. Is that kind of what you...
Yeah, it said on your description you do the top 10 videos of the creepiest, strangest, and most amazing things in the form of top 10 lists.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So I mainly focus on kind of creepy and scary, shocking, controversial videos, which really... They seem to be the most popular kind of genre, almost, of video on YouTube, and that seems to be what works best, and it's a personal interest of mine because I was always into kind of paranormal, creepy, scary things, and I thought, who else wouldn't be?
Yeah, it's your #1 video. I guess it only came out 3 months ago. It's already got 2.5 million views. The 10 most brutal prisons on Earth.
Yeah, that's a controversial video.
What? Tell me why.
Well, I included some prisons. Such as I included some American prisons, which wasn't well received.
Which ones?
I think there was, off the top of my head, I think Guantanamo Bay was on there. Which wasn't necessarily to say it's the worst prison in the world, but more just to say it was a list of, controversial prisons almost.
Right. Oh, definitely, because we are trying to close that thing. Every president thinks he's going to close it.
Yeah, sure. And it wasn't so much to present any kind of bias or view. It was more just to state facts and let people decide for themselves. But yeah, it's still very controversial.
What number on the top 10 list was Guantanamo Bay?
I think it was kind of in the middle. I don't think it was very high up. I think it was kind of in the middle.
Your worst one, I think, was in Thailand, right?
Yeah, that was the worst one, where they kind of weld people's feet to chains almost. That's messed up.
and then, yeah, you said that, and then also apparently the people that are on death row, explain what is the name of this prison in Thailand that you don't want to go to, or do you even remember?
I believe it's in fact, let me just check. I think it's ADX, but that might be a different prison. But basically what they do to death row inmates is they weld their feet into chains so that they can't move. And then they only give them, I think it's 3 hours notice before, death row, before they die. And
how do they kill them? I didn't see that in the video. Do you know that?
I think it's a mixture of ways. I think it's a mixture of firing squad and lethal injection.
And only 3 hours notice.
Yeah.
And you got the chains welded to you into your skin.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty horrific. And then how do you when you did your research? By the way, you're pretty young, aren't you?
Yeah, 19.
19. You sound way like more mature. You sound more mature than me, and I'm 90.
Yeah, I get that a lot, but at first I didn't think people would like my voice at all on the voiceovers, but yeah, I got some decent feedback, so I decided to keep using it.
Yeah, because it's English and it sounds very trusting. But the one on the one on the prisons, which has the most views, you don't have your voice in that one.
No, well, I only did start doing the voice, I think it was 3 weeks ago, so I guess they need to have time to develop those kind of videos.
Well, good for you. Yeah, keep doing it. And then you have, let's see, your next most popular top 10. This is Charlie. He's got a YouTube channel called Top Tens, and you got to put it all as one word because there's another one that has 3 million subscribers that's also like almost the same name, right?
Oh, I think you're thinking of all-time tens. Yeah, that does cause confusion sometimes. That's quite unfortunate.
Right, and it also has the same coloring as yours does, the logo.
Yeah, that was unintentional, but oh well.
Right, but your next most popular one that has more than 2 million views, the 10 videos you are banned from watching. Now, I haven't seen that one. What type of videos are in that?
Well, I basically just kind of give information about various videos. I think one of the videos that we are banned from watching is actually a news reporter, and she just commits suicide straight on the camera, and they banned it forever. It's crazy.
What country was that?
That was America.
Huh.
Florida, I think.
You know, it's weird. I've never heard of that. When did this happen?
I think it was sometime it was 2000 something. It was fairly recent.
Wow. Was it shown on TV here, or did they completely shut it down after it happened?
It was live on TV, so it was on TV just when it was shown firstly, but I don't think anyone recorded it or anything like that, and they destroyed the tapes, so banned.
So was that the number one most banned?
I don't think that was number one. I think that was actually just midway. I think number one was something worse.
You don't remember it?
I'm just looking now to just refresh my memory.
Man, if your memory is this bad at age 19, wait till you get older.
Yeah. My memory is shocking. So sorry about that.
No,
okay, yeah. The banned one was the Sandy Hook shooting footage.
Oh man, that's horrible. Right? Did they actually have video of Sandy Hook?
Yeah, they had in fact, I think it was a week before it happened, they actually installed brand new security cameras. So they had it, but then they never released the footage.
How did you know the footage existed?
It's just just well known, I suppose. It was heavily reported in like the media that they'd installed cameras weeks before. Yeah, and they just basically they said that they didn't release the footage because of it was sensitive and things, but it's led some to think that it didn't even happen, but I don't know about that.
Huh. And then you've got, let's see, number 3 on the list with over 1 million views. You have the 10 worst bullfighting accidents.
Yeah, that was a kind of early video, which isn't very well made, in fact. But yeah, still quite shocking things on that.
What happened with the number 1 on that? I mean, obviously we wouldn't know who the bullfighters are, but what was the number 1 worst bullfighting accident?
Well, basically, the guy. The bull's horn basically went through the guy's eye socket and his eye popped out.
Oh!
I know. And there's a nasty picture in there. If you see the video, it's nasty. But and the guy actually went back to fight again. He didn't stop. So yeah.
He what now? What happened?
He went back into after his eye kind of healed up or whatever. He had got an eye patch and he just went straight back to fighting.
Wow.
He didn't die.
So the horn just took the eye out. It didn't go through his skull.
I think it actually went through his mouth and up through his eye, and his eye kind of just popped out.
Oh, dude.
I know. It's cringy.
Oh, and he went back to bullfighting afterwards.
Yeah, he didn't stop.
Oh, my God. And let's see, then you've got number 4, the 10 haunting photos taken moments before a disaster.
That's basically, it used to be called 10 haunting photos taken moments before death, but there was something to do with YouTube. They made me change it. So
But the top 10 of that, everybody died.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie, man, what a guy.
Dark stuff.
Yeah. What was the number one on that top 10 list?
It was actually it was a little girl, and basically, I think she was in somewhere like it was a South American country, and they had a volcano, and basically what happened was her eyes completely kind of it was in Colombia, in fact, and it was a volcanic eruption, and what happened was the kind of smoke and the chemicals and whatever from the volcano turned her eyes black, and she was trapped under like wooden slates and things from her house, and a photographer took it just moments before she died.
And her eyes were completely black.
Yeah, that's a strange thing about the photograph is that her she's kind of got brown skin, but her hands are completely like pale white, and her eyes are completely black, no white in the eyes at all, because of the effects of the volcano.
Just out of curiosity, who was the photographer and how did that person escape?
I think they came afterwards. I think they heard about the eruption and went to report it. And I think the photographer was an American photographer, actually.
Okay. And let's do one more here, and then we'll take a break. You have also the next most popular one, which was a month ago. Is this still without your voice on it?
Yeah.
That's the 10 deadliest animal attacks.
Yeah, that just hit 1 million about an hour ago.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. But yeah, that's basically just information about the worst animal attacks. I mean, as the title says, I think there's some terrible ones in there, in fact, like from mass slaughters to like singular events. The strangest one is a guy actually got killed by a goat.
What?
So he was up in this kind of mountain district. I think it was in where was it? It was in Washington, in fact, in the Olympic Park in Washington. And he's the only known fatality caused by a goat.
How did the goat kill him?
I think it just gored him to death. You know, they've got those horns. And I think it just got hostile somehow and gored him to death.
So, Charlie, you've never been on the radio before?
No, this is the first time, in fact.
You're doing good, man. I mean, you got a good topic. Everybody wants to hear about brutality and death. And this is Charlie. If you're just tuning in, he's got a YouTube channel that's really on the fast track. He's 19 years old, and he does top 10 lists, or actually top 10 videos of the of creepy, strange, and most amazing things. And he's got the 10 most brutal prisons, the 10 deadliest animal attacks, 10 videos you're banned from watching. There's tons of stuff. And how often do you come out with a new video?
Well, it was once every week recently, but then I think it was in the last kind of couple of weeks, I've changed to 2 a week, which has been really beneficial to the channel.
And do you edit and put them together yourself, everything?
Yeah, I do everything. I write the script, I compile the pictures and the videos, the voiceovers, everything.
And do all the research?
Yeah, definitely.
So are you a student right now in college in England?
Yeah.
Where do you go?
It's nowhere you would know. It's just a local kind of college.
But
in sorry?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's near Croydon. I don't know if anyone knows UK geography, but Croydon is near there.
Yeah, I don't even know where that is. Is it?
Okay, it's just in London, basically.
Oh, okay. So obviously you love research, because I mean, what's your criteria when you're trying to come up with these top 10s? Does it take hours and hours and hours of going through?
I'd say it takes about a day, sometimes 2 days, depending on what I'm doing.
But are you like researching like 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day?
Oh, no. No, not like a full day, but I'd say about 4-5 hours every day, maybe. So quite a lot, to be fair.
Have people on YouTube recognized you, or have outside people yet given you some kudos on your videos?
Oh, people, other YouTubers?
Yeah, other YouTubers, or maybe people in the media, like in the mainstream?
Well, I was actually just on the Huffington Post. I think it was on Friday, in fact. And it was I had a video, 10 plane crashes caught on camera, and that got onto the Huffington Post. on Friday.
And was that your first media exposure? Mainstream?
I think so, yeah.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And then I'm your first radio interview.
Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to ask you too. Obviously, you're familiar with what happened in Paris on Friday with the horrible ISIS attacks, and you're right now in England, which obviously is across the pond. And what's your reaction to the whole thing, and how do you feel about it?
Yeah, well, obviously it's terrible. I've actually got family in Paris, but not in their city. They're kind of in the countryside. So, yeah, it's really strange that it's kind of unreal almost, that something like that could happen in this day and age. But, and it just puts everything in high alert. In London, people are scared to go into London. They've got police with guns on the street. It's just getting extreme.
Has it hurt like everyday business? And I mean, is London shutting down kind of because of what happened in Paris?
I wouldn't say it's shutting down, but I think it will discourage a lot of people from going to there unless they have to. I mean, for work, obviously, people will still have to go there, but I think people in their leisure time, they might avoid it, and that might hurt business.
So do you think that ISIS is going to attack London?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they've been saying in the news. They said it's pretty much 90% likely that that's going to happen, which is pretty scary, to be honest.
And you're in London with your university, or did you live there too, kind of?
Yeah, I kind of live on the suburbs. It's about 20 minutes to get into London from where I live. So, I mean, if something did happen, it wouldn't be my house or anything like that, but it would definitely affect me, yeah.
And what about your relatives that are in Paris? What are they saying?
I haven't actually heard from them, but I know they're safe because they don't live in the city or anything. They live kind of in a country. But yeah, I assume they feel the same way. Yeah.
How would you go after ISIS? I mean, you're 19 years old. What's your thoughts? How would you take care of this problem if you were the prime minister?
It's such a difficult situation. I mean, sure, I know what they're doing now. Bombing them could potentially help, but then you could bomb innocent people, and then you get the whole refugee situation of them trying to come to other countries. But then, and then people complain about that. But if you think about it, they wouldn't be doing that unless we hadn't have bombed them in the first place. So it's impossible.
That's the way I feel. It's impossible. There's nothing that can stop these guys. That, in my opinion, and you can't blame the world leaders. What can they do? They can't guard every human being.
Yeah, exactly. So it's impossible, and you can't fight them, because how are you going to fight someone who's not afraid of dying? That's what I always think.
They must really put some great news about going to the next level, huh? I mean, there must be 1,000 virgins, a ton of money, great food. I mean, to be able to strap a bunch of bombs to yourself and just
who knows what they're telling them? I don't know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well,
but yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it's going to happen. I've been going back and forth between New York and Southern California, and I'm in Southern California right now, but in New York, I don't know if you've ever been there, that place is prime for an attack. I'm telling you. Yeah,
I'm actually going there in February. So hopefully it's safe by then, but I don't know.
Yeah, you'll love it. It's a great place. It really is.
Oh, great.
Well, listen, thanks a million for being on the show today. That was
Thank you. It's really, really interesting. I've never been on radio or anything, so.
Well, I predict you're going to do some big things. You're a good journalist, and looking at your videos, they're well put together, and congratulations on all your success, and I'm sure you will have continued success, and the Huffington Post. That's really amazing. Thank you. Okay, well, anyway, Charlie and again, it's Top Tens. Is that, do you want to plug anything else? It's all one word, right? Top, and then... No, it's two words. So it's Top Tens, and the 10 is number. Okay, but and then the S is a small s right after it, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, because I thought it was all together as one or something. It's weird. Okay. Yeah. Glad I got that straight. And then that also links to all your other social media, too. Yeah. Okay, so Top, and then the next word is Tens. And you guys got to check out these videos. They're pretty interesting. All right, thanks, Charlie.
Thank you.